With the press and a lot of hot news. Let's bring in one of our close friends, at least mine for too many years to count, and the president's closest advisors, White House counselor Kellyanne Conway. Kellyanne, thanks so much for joining us tonight. We have been discussing the relationship with the press in the crybaby response, which I think is feigned, phony moral outrage, the horrible things said about this president, the horrible types of, violence at anti-Trump protests and smashing windows and the beating people up who have a cap on that says "Make America Great." But now the press is upset because some, 70-year-old lady yells at Jim Acosta. I mean, I don't get it.
I thought Press Secretary Sarah Sanders handled it beautifully today when she really read a bill of particulars, an entire litany of facts of things that have been said about her and some violence that has been incited against her, that she's the only press secretary in, I guess, U.S. history to hear her say it that's needed bodyguards. It's needed Secret Service. I had Secret Service when I got there for much the same reason. But, Laura, I have a slightly different take on all of this. I know that it may be annoying, it may be irritating, it may be unfair, it may even be biased at times. It certainly is. But I'm also not sure it's particularly relevant or consequential. The media's overall approval rating is now at 17 or 20%. I'll give the range. I saw a low of 17, a high of 20% in the latest polls, while the president's approval ratings are ticking upward, and particularly on matters that are of the most consequence to the American people, like his handling the economy, him trying to forge peace and prosperity around the globe. People know what they see, and what they see are their bonuses, their raises, the deregulation, the historic tax cuts. They have confidence in this economy, and they're spending more of their money. I was at that rally tonight with the president. I participated in the roundtable with him ahead of time also. People are absolutely buoyant. They know that beginning with Hillary Clinton, they were referred to as irredeemable and deplorable and looked down upon. They know that Barack Obama, when he was running for president, said these people who cling to their God and their guns and he's had other things to say, just always dismissing them. And this is why it's a very important point. I'm not sure they care anymore. I speak to these people all the time. You know what they care about? They care that they have a president who respects and takes action daily for the military, for the veterans, and for them. And look, let's not mistake what's going on here too. A lot of these journalists have very expensive seven-figure contracts, go on late-night TV where they can yuck it up with somebody similarly situated who could just laugh all day long, particularly about the women in the Trump administration. Then they go and give speeches. I mean, they speak for free every single day, and half the country doesn't, or most of the country doesn't listen to them. But then somebody pays them a lot of money to give speeches. Yeah. So they're raking it in. Listen, Donald Trump is absolutely right. President Trump, Laura, is absolutely correct when he says nobody's ever been better for the media than him. The ratings, certainly the revenues, the popularity of some of these journalists.
But Kellyanne, I got to jump in here because when I